Shalom Torah Tribe, it's good to be back with you for another ministry update. I apologize that I'm a little late with this video, but I've had things come up that have put me behind on a few things. I normally release my videos on Tuesdays and Fridays, but this one is getting to you on Wednesday, so please forgive my tardiness. I had to replace some equipment as well, which made things a little difficult. I want to be as consistent as possible on my release dates, and I'm working to try and make this happen. I would appreciate your prayers to be able to maintain consistency from week to week. To start off, although this is being released on February the 1st, this is technically the January update. Also, this will be a shorter update because not much has changed since my major end-of-year update last month. However, there are a few things I'd like to update you on. First, many people may have missed last week's video guarding the matzah. I had it ready to go much earlier than I usually do, but when I went to publish it, YouTube freaked out. Although it had said it had finished processing the video many hours before time to publish it, when I hit publish, it was still trying to process the video and was stuck in limbo for several hours, inaccessible to the public. When it finally published, it didn't send out notification to my channel subscribers, so it just sort of sat there dead. I think it was an incredibly powerful lesson we can learn from last week's Torah portion, so if you haven't seen it, be sure to check it out. Next, prison ministry updates. Just this last week, we had another opportunity open up to us to provide resources for inmates in a different facility than the one we've been supporting for the last several years. The inmate that was leading the Messianic Fellowship inside the prison facility was transferred to a different location and began a new study group at his new location. He already had several men attending, and they are hungry for spiritual resources. I've already received a request for Passover resources and a few individual copies of my 5-Minute Torah. Please pray for these men as they make the most out of their situation and grow in their relationship with the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob through their connection to our Master, Yeshua. Writing updates. My upcoming book on the topic of Messianic Jewish prayer is still underway, but, as I've said, going much slower than I had anticipated. I just have a lot on my plate, and with less than an hour to write per day, it's slow going. However, it's still pushing forward, and I'm happy to say that I'm still making decent progress, all things considered. Last month, I reported that I'd reached the 50% mark. This month, I'm happy to report that I should be crossing the 60% mark by the time you watch this video. I will say that writing this book has been transformative. I went into it thinking it would be a walk in the park since I've taught on prayer many times in the past. However, I felt a great need to connect with my readers on a very personal level, and this has really changed the whole way I've approached the writing. It's actually made it more difficult because I can't just spew out the information. I've had to slow down and make connections and pull from personal experiences to make the information more relatable. With God's help, once I finish writing this, I hope to have created something that will pass from my heart to your heart and give you the tools that you need to connect with the Lord through the prayers of Israel in a very meaningful way. Again, I covet your prayers for this endeavor, that I would be inspired to communicate effectively in the shortest amount of time possible so that I can move this resource from my heart and into your hands. Lately, I've also been working on the revisions to my book, Full Responsibilities of a Disciple, for the upcoming re-release, and I hope to have those finished soon. After I finish the revisions, I'll be typesetting it and putting a new cover on it before it goes to print. The release is still a few months away, but please keep this in your prayers as well. Next up is in regard to videos. This past week, we published our 100th video on the channel. Let's have a party! Hopefully you've noticed that I've been publishing 2 videos a week for the past few months, trying to provide you guys with content that's meaning and enjoyable to watch. I'm currently working to create a new video series that will have bonus material only available to Emet HaTorah supporters. So, if you're an Emet HaTorah supporter, you have that to look forward to. One last thing. I'm still looking for a few tech-savvy volunteers to help us revamp our websites. So if you're interested in helping us out and that's something that's in your wheelhouse, please let me know by sending an email to info@emethatorah.com. I'd love to hear from you. Well, I think that wraps everything up. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your prayers and encouragement. I'll see you soon with another Messianic insight into the eternal Torah of God. Blessings from Emet HaTorah.